I am the luckiest person because I believe I'm lucky, you know? I think I have lucky girl syndrome. I believe good things happen to me.
This is Making the Merge.
We can very well win this thing.
I'm a dog person now.
Line them up, let's knock them down.
If you told me your dog was sick, I'd say, I'm coming over.
You know, I crack open a coconut and they didn't cheer for me.
You're either in a survivor or you're not.
It's not about the $1 million. All I want to do is win 1 million hearts.
I think that might be the most brutal intro we've had of somebody being so confident and being so wrong.
Maybe. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
In this specific case, the devil won.
Now,
yeah, this one time.
Now, Chasen PD, you guys.
He said Chasen. Chasen. Hey, Chasen.
Hey, Jason,
Come
real
over
quick.
I'm just a tall boy.
Yeah. Now, one tall boy and one, I would say, average height boy. Where would you classify yourself, PD?
I mean, I'm short.
You a short king?
You're a short king.
Okay, so one tall boy and one short king made it to Boston.
Yeah.
Without the two other kings on this podcast.
You guys were invited. Contrary to what Bran keeps saying, you guys were invited well in advance.
I knew we were invited, so I don't know what Bran is on right now.
I'm on. Just invite me and I'll be there. I've never turned down an invitation before ever, and so I'm not going to start now.
I mean, it happened. We're one
for one. And one queen, though. We got one queen in Boston as well.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Look, I mean, how did Lisby feel about the fact that she was having to hang out with Making the Merge people and Survivor fans? I mean, how did she handle this?
She's been having a blast.
Oh,
She's also a Survivor fan.
Look at that. That's amazing.
For folks that don't know, what are you doing? Why are you in Boston?
Yeah.
We're here for the greatest bar, the Survivor Cafe pop-up that they have in Boston.
And guys, paint the picture for us. So last night, you guys went there to watch episode 6.
Let's just explain. Let's go deep into the lore, okay? So we planned to come for the Survivor bar. Sold out. We're not going to be able to make it in. What are we going to do? Luckily, our boy Wild and Will over in Patreon DMs Shannon, whose parents own the bar, gets us in for free. And even though they're sold out, we get in there, right? And we're like, Shannon's the greatest Survivor player of the new era. We both believe this. It's all believed to be true. She goes home. While we're at her family's bar, everyone cheers.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. You texted that, and that was I was like, in her own house, the disrespect.
I've got a video. I've got a video of the elimination, and you can hear the whole bar going crazy, cheering that she was gone.
Not the whole.
Not
bar.
Everyone.
I did not cheer. I was the only one. I was booing every time her name came up. But we can't get into everything that happened last night on this show. I think on the Sanctuary we'll do a full deep dive on the Survivor bar events.
Yeah, yes. I felt the FOMO, as they would say. It wasn't even fear of missing out. It was just like I was missing out. That was it. So I felt the mo. And
you felt the mo.
I felt the mo the whole time on the Instagram stories and all that stuff. So I'm very happy you guys were there. And what a night to be there.
You guys were there in spirit. We wrote your names down in the little tribal thing.
Specifically, you wrote Jornatron.
That's how you spell your name, right?
But you knew what it meant.
I knew what it meant. It's still, in classic Survivor fashion, you threw one really atrocious spelling of a name out onto
You have to. Are you even playing Survivor if you spell the name correctly?
Yep. Are we ready to crack open this coconut?
Let's crack it open and cheer for it, unlike the bar last night. with
Yeah. All right. I had a really good time last night. I hope my notes are coherent. So let's get into it. It's night 10 of Survivor. Hina is back from voting small guy Jason. And the first person we hear from is Jawan, who referenced the great Uli Hina War of 2025. He says that they would be crazy not to go after Baldy next if they don't make, if they have to go to tribal. And then cut to Savannah saying, this just in, there's a local menace putting sticks in my bag, listening to my conversations, and he's got to go. So Jonathan, how do you feel about the woman who's returning for 50 saying your player has to go?
I mean, yeah, that kind of sucks. I've definitely
feel good about it.
Yeah, I've thought about it a couple of times while watching the episode. Just like, oh, great, the person who apparently is either the winner or is so good that they want to bring her back has specifically targeted my player. So I don't know,
like 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah, it's really bad.
She's coming for you.
I think she needs to let up on it though, because I think Jawan's just kind of like having an awkward experience right now. And I don't think he's really like being a villain.
I mean, I got pretty mad at Jawan when the episode basically opens with Jawan saying that another massive blindside. I was like, what are you talking about?
Maybe to you.
About? It's not a blindside.
Yeah. I don't think he's watched Survivor.
I don't think so either. He just thinks that every vote is a blindside.
I mean, aren't they?
I mean, to Jason, was it a blindside? Maybe. Probably not.
I think Jason had a pretty good idea.
Yeah. He had a concerned look on his face the entire episode. Jawan is, to get this out of the way, Jawan's making me really concerned the further we move into the game. Because I feel like there are a couple
You're
things
just
that
now
happen.
concerned?
No. I've been concerned the whole time, but I just trust the dice. Me and the Steelers family, we trust the dice no matter what. And the dice chose him.
Was it when Juan was doing the little balancing thing? And
I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, that was specifically
was that
one
of the moments?
It was a pretty big moment for me.
All right. Guess what time it is?
Already? Wow.
I was so excited. When you see a challenge 5 minutes in, I'm locked in, brother.
Me too.
Bran, you got your reward challenge and your immunity challenge.
Finally. This is why my kids have stopped watching Survivor. They're like, there's not enough challenges. So, Jeff, if you're trying to make a show for the children, go back to two challenges an episode and you'll lock them in.
Is that true? Did the Bran's kids give up on 49?
They've given up because there's not enough challenges.
That's crazy.
Hear me out. More challenges. Jeff Probst, showrunner, Mr. Beast host, and then the kids will watch. No.
My kids basically just want to watch Wipeout. That's what they want to watch.
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
Which, fair. I get it.
I want to watch Wipeout now.
6-year-olds don't like watching the politics of interpersonal relationships play out in a social dynamic that has never been seen in the last 25 years.
I think they like it. I think they like it for 5 to 10 minutes.
When I was 7, I loved it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
but they were also 42-minute episodes.
That's very
that's
true.
a good point.
So it hits different. It hits different.
Guys, it's everybody's favorite part of the episode. It's the reward challenge time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, and I thought this was a fun reward challenge. The tribes have. Well, should we talk about what happens right before the challenge, though?
I think we have to.
Yeah,
definitely.
Basically, Jeff, that tricky fella, pulls a little. He goes, "Hey guys, 12 people left. Pretty good time for a merge, huh? 6 and 6." And everybody's like, "Yes, Jeff, we would love that." And he goes, "Well, you know what else is good for 12? 3 tribes of 4." And they're like, "Oh, Jeff, god dang it."
I got to be honest, man. There's nothing that makes Jeff Probst harder than 2 things. One, being like, you think you know Survivor, you don't know Survivor, and then having to call the doctor in, and he gets to do both of those things in the span of 5 minutes.
I love the idea of Jeff just suddenly continuing to do simple math to get as many tribes as possible, where he's just like, you know what else would be good? 4 tribes of 3. Or what would be good also would be 6 tribes of 2. Everybody on individual teams, we have 12 teams
tribes
now.
of 12 of one.
Of one.
Dude, that's kind of what the merge usually is. I've never looked at it at that perspective, man. You really
working
unlocked
backwards.
the side of this. Yeah, so we are not getting the merge, which I want to point out something. Last week, PD was so confident. And I said, you don't know what's going to happen.
It's true. I should have listened to Jeff a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen on Survivor.
Never let the past dictate the future of what could happen in Survivor.
The next thing that happens, which was a little shocking, is Christina starts feeling a little wobbly, has to sit down.
I gotta be honest, didn't love that, guys. Didn't love that.
Yeah. Dude,
unlike Jeff, who saw another Emmy glowing in his eyes, you know.
It was so she's like having a tough time, obviously. Like it kind of seemed like maybe a panic attack or something, right? And so he's like, hey, doctor, whatever, what's his name? Dr. Bruce, Dr. Bob,
I can't remember.
Dr. Bruce.
Hey, get in there and take a look. And then like next thing you know, Jeff is like laying on the beach next to him being like, talk us through what's going on right now, if you don't mind. I know you're like trying to save her life, but give us a briefing at home. Let me know. I don't even know how he got in there. It was so funny, the cut, because it was he was just
like, it wouldn't happen to be a snake bite, would it?
He's like, do you feel sick? You know, just like the worst questions. Tell me, doctor,
real quick.
is he sick?
Speaking of snake bites, there was a woman last night at the Survivor bar who thought it was a costume party and showed up as a sea crate.
Is this real?
Yeah.
When we saw her, PD goes, I love your costume. And she goes, yeah, someone told me it was a costume party, so I'm pretty embarrassed.
You shouldn't.
And I said, don't be. I was like, no, you're the only one, so you win.
Did you start singing my song to her? Is that what she?
We should have. They should have given us a mic and we just sung your song.
I would have loved to have seen it. Karaoke night at the Survivor bar, but only making the merge parodies. You know.
Yeah, but so Christina is she's overheated because Jeff really cannot stress enough how hot it is out here in Fiji. He says it's the hottest ever, which I don't believe him, but I believe that he believes it, and that's just as important.
The sweatshirts randomly beg to differ. Anytime I see someone wearing a sweatshirt, I'm like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
So, yeah, Christina, basically, they just sit her down. They have her breathe. She calms down. I think she just, because of the excitement of the merge and the heat and the lack of food and the lack of sleep, she just had a bit of a moment. But she's okay. She's back on her feet, and it's time to do the challenge. The challenge for the reward is the tribes have to push a very heavy cart, collecting sandbags along the way. Once you reach the first station, one tribe member will go up a ladder and use a pole to knock off 2 wooden discs. You do this one more time, and then you reach the finish where you use the discs to knock off 4 bamboo targets. The first 2 tribes to win reward, which is grilled cheese sandwiches, chips, and iced tea for the first place. Second place gets just the grilled cheese sandwiches. Guys, this challenge was kind of a blowout. Rizgod, Savannah, MC, and Baldy are all on the same tribe.
Ridiculous.
Crazy tribe.
So good. They dominate the challenge, and they come in first place. Alex and his team get second place, and in last place is the Blue Tribe, largely in part due to Steven, who put them in a really bad position because it took him forever to get the wheels off of the poles. Funny moments that happen here. Jeff is like bent down trying to breathe and trying to catch his breath after the challenge, and Rizgod goes, "Welcome to Survivor, Jeff."
What a guy.
What if he had said "Welcome to Love Island"? That would have been crazy. Anyway, yeah.
Don't talk about
Jeff looked at him and he was like, "This is not a joke."
Yeah, it's not funny. It's not funny.
No, that's not how he said it. He said, "This heat is no joke," and Riz God goes, "Welcome to Survivor."
No.
He said you could see Riz God pause, like he was like,
he was like, "Should I say this?"
Yeah, I don't know what show y'all were watching, but the one that I was watching, Jeff yelled at Riz God. He said, "No, this is not a joke, Rizzo."
Shut up.
We didn't find out right after the fact, and this is jumping ahead just a little bit, but I wanted to bring it up because I totally forgot about this. MC has the Beware advantage, which means she doesn't have a vote.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think about that.
I totally forgot about that.
I was very concerned. I was very concerned by this stupid tribe swap. Not that, I felt pretty good about the chances of this team winning all the challenges, right? This is probably the craziest team as far as just the competitive advantage that I've ever seen, right? But in the crazy scenario where they end up losing and going to tribal, I was going to lose MC. It was it was a foregone conclusion, and I was pre-mad. I was pre-mad at that 1% chance.
Pre-mad?
Pre-mad is a crazy thing to be.
But the thing is, they won because she had a lot more hip in her hop. I don't know if y'all heard this new Jeffism that dropped at the beginning of the challenge, but when they were all going, he said, "There's a lot of hip in the hop of everybody."
I believe that was at the immunity challenge later on in the episode.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah, that was after everybody had some grilled cheeses in them.
Bring it up in just a little bit, though, PD. That's going to slap.
No, I think I brought it up at the right time. It's in. I do these in chronological order.
Yeah, there you go.
Hipping
and hopping.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was after the grilled cheese that he said the tribes really got to hit. But you're right; it could have been after the tribe swap.
let me ask you guys this: did anybody else kind of, after watching this challenge, my thought was, this is basically frisbee golf with ladders.
Yeah,
it's like somebody was out playing frisbee golf, and they were like, "There's not enough ladders out here," and that's just it's frisbee golf with ladders.
I feel like every time I see one of these games, I'm reminded that this is just extreme summer camp. You know, it's. I see it, and I even see the way that Jeff approaches it, like a teacher would approach assigning teams to a project. He's just like, the teams need to be shaken up. So you're on this team now. We're gonna change it all up, and you're not gonna sit next to this person anymore. It reminds me of that. And then I see an activity. Do we call it that? Well, I see a game like this, and I thought, this is frisbee golf. I didn't mind it though. I liked it.
I liked it a lot. I liked it better than if it was just some puzzle.
Yep.
And plus, Riz God, dude, what an athletic specimen.
That whole team, dude. That whole team.
I mean,
is crazy.
Everyone else was having such a hard time with all of it, and it's just they just breezed past it, no problem.
Well, they have MC, who's the strongest player of the season by far. Rizzo, who seems to have that juice, brother, when it comes to these challenges. Savannah, who is a beast, very aggressive, and Sophie Baldy.
Well, and if you notice, too, even the edit kind of acknowledged that it was not a surprise that they won. Because, the edits usually, build. It's like, oh, and then it drops, as soon as they get that, winning point. And even the edit last night was just like, they won first. All right, anyway, moving on to the others.
What you thought would happen, happened.
Yeah.
The new Yellow Tribe, they got their reward. That's Baldy, Savannah, Riz got at MC. Baldy feels like a new woman.
I was so happy for Baldy.
Yeah.
Yeah. She no longer looks dead inside. It's great. And then we have MC, who's not very happy because she realizes she's not in a great spot. Because Baldy's close with Rizzo and Savannah. Yep. She recognizes the position she's in as the odd woman out. She doesn't feel good about it. She feels even worse because MC doesn't have a vote like we talked about earlier. So MC decides she's going to tell Rizzo the information that Sage gave her, that pretty much everybody knows that Rizzo has the idol. So now Rizzo knows that everybody knows.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that was a great play by MC.
Mm-hmm.
She's trying to make her way into that tribe. I think she gained a lot of trust from Rizzo with that situation.
I guess though this is more of a gameplay theory thing. Like, do you sometimes think that if a person just blurts out somebody else's secret, do you think that the trust problem it really is kind of two-sided? Because in that moment she's telling about this idol, right? Like, or this advantage, right? Like, she's giving up information. And if I was playing, I kind of feel like if someone was just giving me information, I would be more worried to share information with that person and trust them, because it feels like they're just bartering it away when they need to.
Right.
You know, I don't know. I sometimes wonder if that actually doesn't help them all that much, if it cancels out. Anyway.
That's a good point. I don't know.
On one hand, this is most likely like these tribes aren't going to stick around long, right?
Yeah.
And so to me, it feels like MC, this is a long-term strategic move to try
That's
to
fair.
like,
yeah.
I think like MC, I have a feeling recognizes that she is on a, like the people that she's with are most likely going to go pretty far. Mm-hmm. And so what can I begin to do to build relationships with these people that are probably going to go pretty far? Let me try some things. And giving up the only real information that she has to show like, hey, I want to work with you. I understand what you're saying. I feel like more than likely it is a good move though.
That's fair. And I forget that they're so close to kind of the individual game at this point. Yeah,
so close. Mm-hmm. Should have been this week.
And then, yeah, it'll definitely be next week, and then it won't be next week because I said it'll be next week.
Yeah. Never predict what happens on Survivor.
You fool.
So now to the new Red Tribe: Christina, Alex, Segretti, and Nate. And one thing I want to say about Nate, I haven't been able to forget about this. There's a woman I met at the Survivor bar last night named Anya who said that Nate looks like Shel Silverstein.
And he does. He does.
Google it.
Shel Silverstein.
She said it, and it's someone else at the bar goes, "The Giving Tree guy."
Oh shoot! Yeah, you're right. That's super weird.
You nailed it, Anya.
It's kind of uncanny.
You nailed it, Anya.
That's wild, man. That is so weird.
So Nate, Shel Silverstein introduces himself to this new tribe that he's now at the bottom of, and he's in the same spot as MC, basically. But Nate's play was
look at Bran. He literally just looked it up. I could look it up.
Yeah.
He's just
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Anya knows what she's talking about.
How about Anya? Also, Shel Silverstein's freaking weird. What's going on with some of these people?
So Nate's play here was when they asked about the tribals to say voting Matt was easy, but he lied with his answer about Jason. He said he wanted to work with small guy Jason and vote with him, but he was really bummed that he left the game. And the truth is they were both easy for him, but he wants to paint the picture that he's open to working with the old Hina people. Did the old Hina people buy it? Bran, hit the Detective Segretti drop.
Detective Segretti is on the case.
Detective Segretti says Nate's just telling us what we want to hear, feeding us lies. And for all she knows, they're best friends and he loves all of them. So she says if they go to tribal, Nate's out of here. The detective is on the case.
Detective Segretti is on the case.
Dude, Segretti has mad instincts. I'm just gonna say, like she's
a great detective.
Time she says anything, she's pretty much exactly right.
Well, I think what you're missing here, Jonathan, is that she's on the case.
Oh,
it's in the drop. So listen to this again.
Yeah.
Detective Segretti is on the case.
Oh, I see. She's on the case. Yeah. Okay, yes. I got it now. I don't know how I missed that.
Yeah. No problem. Just don't do it again.
Are you feeling good, Chase? That Detective Segretti is getting to say something other than chicken is cool and fruit is bad?
Yeah. I will say I was very concerned during the episode that she was getting so much screen time out of nowhere. I was like, oh no, she's going to be going home. But yeah, I think it's a good sign actually that now that we're about to get into the individual game, she's kind of becoming more of a relevant player, and I'm very excited. Hopefully, I would be lying to you if I said I think she's the winner, but hopefully she goes really far, and maybe she can prove me wrong and win the whole thing. Back to you guys.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of going really far, we got some chickens escaping on the blue tribe.
Oh no! Chicken run! Okay.
So Steven thought he caught the chicken, but in reality, he just caught Jawan's heart.
Oh.
They really connected on dad jokes and Marvel. The two big things for them.
Dude, how crazy is it that they're talking about Marvel when somebody that actually works for Marvel's here, and they don't even know it?
Yeah.
And then also MCU. I mean, so much Marvel this week.
I love that you're saying what every other Survivor podcast is going to say this week on their episode.
You're welcome. Little do they know. They have no idea.
What do you think they'd do if they knew what they did?
Wait, what do you... Hold on.
Now making the Merge podcast. If they only knew.
I need you to clarify something. What do you mean by other Survivor podcasts? Are those real?
Yeah,
they're real, and they're going to talk about
the Making the Merge podcast. Love you, Rob.
Making the Merge, baby.
I thought you were.
How was that American Airlines in-flight entertainment?
Dude, all right, we could do a whole podcast about our flights, but they didn't have screens.
That's going to be the sanctuary.
They didn't have screens, dude.
Huh.
Dang. It's the whole reason you
didn't
flew
get to see Rob.
Atlantic. What did you just
United.
Atlantic.
Wait, American. Yeah, it was American. I was on the flight and I got it wrong.
I said Atlantic at first.
It's jet lag. It's okay,
PD was on the flights, but he wasn't really on the flights. He kept sleeping.
Wow.
Yeah, they were both 2-minute flights for me.
Yeah, drives me nuts. I wish I could sleep on a plane.
Yeah, I can't either.
So Jawan really likes Steven. He wishes they could work together, but there's the war. It could never work. And
well, no, it's important to remember that that one tribe sang.
Yeah.
So like, this is a war,
guys. The tribe war thing. How long can the tribe war beef go?
What is this, West Side Story?
Yeah,
it can go all the way to the end, brother.
But can it? When does it cross the line of being like, why are y'all still talking about a tribe war? Like,
it's a war, Jonathan.
It's a war, dude.
Yeah. It's gonna last a long time.
We still talk about like the world wars, right?
I haven't talked
true.
about it. No.
Hey, we still talk about the Revolutionary War. Guys, you want to hear something crazy?
Tell us Boston facts.
Our flight to Boston was flight 1776 American Airlines.
No way.
America!
He's not doing a bit. I could go get my boarding pass and prove it.
Yeah. It's not a joke. That is legit.
And that's why there was no screens, because
they didn't have them in 1776.
They didn't have them. They did have planes.
There was no screens, but they kept giving us like muskets.
It was weird.
And tea.
And red
They gave us bottles of tea, and they're like,
can you
go
imagine
dump
if
this.
Flight 1776 got hijacked and it was just a guy with like a revolver, not even a revolver, like a musket, like you were saying. He just, everyone layeth down on the ground,
Layeth?
I don't know. I don't speak Revolutionary War, Petey. Keep going.
Open up thy cockpit.
What? No, thank you.
Right before we went to commercial, before commercial, we got Jawan saying, unfortunately, Steven is the easy vote tonight. And then up next, I want Bran to hit that Segretti drop again.
Oh, you're talking about this one right here?
Detective Segretti is on the case.
We're going to need someone to send an
horn.
account of how many sound drops we do per season. I would love to know that if someone wants to take the time to do it.
The detective was talking to Christina about how Nate has to go in the event that they went to Tribal. and Christina wanted to use Segretti as the decoy vote, and Segretti was upsetty. She's tired of being at the bottom of all the alliances, so she goes to Alex because he has nobody on this new tribe, and she said, screw other Sophie. Hey, Alex, I'll be your new Sophie. She tells Alex about the decoy thing, and then Alex asks Segretti if she's willing to vote Christina, and the detective said yes, no hesitation. Get Christina out of here.
She was upsetting Segretti, bro.
Detective Segretti is on the case.
On the case.
I just want to say it's really nice that I have a sound drop that's my voice.
Yeah.
There's not many sound drops that are Chase, you know?
In a non-sexual way.
That one's also Chase. Anyway.
Yeah, that one's also me.
Yeah. I don't think there are sound drops that are any of us, because I think Chase is the only one. Right?
That's not true. You guys have had sound drops,
You have the
right?
Shannon song now, which I'm sure we'll hear pretty soon, but it's
we'll get to that later.
I dropped a 2.5 minute long song the other week, so I feel like I'm out of real estate on that end.
Bran, how do you feel about the detective going after Christina? Not the strongest Christina episode.
It's not a strong episode for Christina, but I have to just keep reminding myself that this tribe swap doesn't matter. And so, whatever's happening, ultimately, does it have any long-term effect? Probably not.
Only for one of us.
Yeah. Only for one of us.
At the end of the day, does doing a tribe split into 3 for just one person to leave, is it actually worth it? And do you think they were going to do a double elimination this week before Jake went home, is the question.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I think what I would say is you should never try to predict anything, because Jeff would let you know that this was the plan the entire time. Nothing changed. Right. Nothing changed when Jake got bit by the snake. This was the plan. You never know what's going to happen on Survivor, okay?
I like it. Checks and balances. One person going home medically.
Hey, say it back. Say nothing. No one ever knows what happens on Survivor.
Nothing. No one ever knows what happens on Survivor.
Bran, now you say it.
No one ever knows what happens on Survivor. Is that right?
And PD, now you say it.
I have known 2 different times what happens on Survivor. Once was when I picked Yam Yam, and the other time was when I picked D. So now to the Blue Tribe. Hit the song, Bran.
Which one?
The one for the weather girl.
The fact that it has to be which song am I dropping?
Oh, this one.
Shannon says, I have so much faith in God, and I believe God has put us here. And in the confessional, she says, I'm the luckiest person. I believe I'm lucky. I have lucky girl syndrome. She wants to make sure she's good with everybody and make sure that she has control. And Shannon wants to work with Steven, but she also wants to reconnect with Sage. And while talking about her friendship with Sage, we get Sage making some facial expressions that would imply that there isn't much of a friendship going on there. And then in Sage's confessional, she called Shannon a snake. And then she said, I have a friend who's reading a book about Charles Manson. I couldn't believe that she said that.
So specific.
But the Sage facial expressions were incredible.
On point.
Sage went from me wondering why the dice would have chosen for me to have Sage on my team to suddenly being like, I understand what the dice were doing, and the dice was doing. Sorry, I went plural. Pops. I don't know what happened. Anyway,
in the bar last night, really big pops for all those facial expressions. She was getting big laughs.
And when Shannon said "Lucky Girl Syndrome," there was an audible groan from the entire room.
Not from me. Stop saying entire room.
Maybe that's why she wasn't there that evening, is she knew this was the episode. But
I mean, she definitely knew it was the episode.
Well,
guys, it was hilarious. It was hilarious how everyone was rooting against Shannon at her family's bar, except PD, who was loudly yelling, "That's my girl."
Someone in the Patreon chat, I don't remember who it was, but it was probably someone in my beautiful cult that I formed in there. They said that this was Jim Halpert versus Charles Manson because it was like just Sage cutting to the camera with these deadpan like eye rolls, and then you've got Shannon just being like, can we hold hands for a second? Like, can we hold hands and walk down the beach? And it's like, what
Shannon,
is this?
Jonathan, tell us the other wild thing Shannon said. I'm sure you remember. It's something she remembers very, very clearly.
Oh, dude, yeah. She's just they just dropped it in there too.
I'm so glad we got to hear more about this.
It was like her laying there on the beach. It was just like, I remember being in the womb. And they're all just like, "Oh, that's pretty crazy," you know.
And that's another point where I was screaming in the bar.
I quickly doubled down though for my cult on Patreon and said, "Oh yeah, well I remember racing to the egg." So it's like I just had to one up that a little bit. But yeah, she's just an interesting person.
The worst part about Survivor is in the real world, somebody, not the show, like just life, somebody would be like, no, you don't. But instead, because you're playing Survivor, Steven's over there being like, no freaking way, that's crazy.
Dude, if I was on Survivor, I would say no, you don't.
There is someone in my family that believes that they have had this. And my wife and I both teamed up and said, no, you don't. You do not. And so,
hey, guys, look, not only do I believe that she remembers being in the womb, I believe that she remembers visualizing sight and sound, just like how she said, visualizing life.
I like visualizing sight.
I believe her. Guys, when she said this, the whole bar laughed at her, and PD started going, I believe her. It's true. It's true.
I was Shannon's #1 fan, will be for the rest of my life. She got me in the Survivor bar. She can do no wrong in my eyes.
Exactly.
I don't care that I didn't draft her. She's my girl, like I told multiple people last night.
That whisper. It's a little too close in proximity with these headphones on.
Haunting. It's like I'm there.
Yeah. In the womb.
Hello, I'm making the f***ing merge, baby.
This is gonna be the death of PD. This man's so tired.
Rizzo catches a fish. No, he doesn't. He called himself the god of water, and then he waddled to the ocean. He flipped and flopped into the water and then gave up. And then he said his catchphrase with his snorkel on, which was pretty sick.
I gotta be honest. I'm 6 episodes in at this point. I still don't know if Riz God's good at this game. Like, I can't write. I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm being gaslit into thinking that Riz God is indeed a god. I don't know.
There's a lot of God talk this season, and none of it is what I would say is socially normal God talk.
Yeah.
First R-I-Z.
And then he spits it out and goes, that tastes disgusting.
Fair enough.
Look, I love it when people want to try out fun bits on Survivor, and I think that's what Riz God is there to do. He's just there to do bits.
He's a bit maker.
Yeah.
I mean, just the fact that earlier in the episode he told Jeff, "Welcome to Survivor." What he won the season right there for me.
Dude, I remember coming up with bits in the womb. It was crazy. I visualized those bits. Nuts.
So after the failed fishing attempt, Rizzo gets the bright idea to go look for an advantage while MC is gone. So he heads out with Savannah and Baldy. And Baldy is the one who ends up finding it. She shoved it in her underwear because she didn't want Rizzo or Savannah knowing. And it's a good thing she did that because Baldy now has the knowledge is power advantage, which means if Baldy knows you have an idol, that's not your idol anymore. So there could be some journey on journey crime if she ends up using it against RIZGOD.
Yeah. That's a tough advantage to know how and when to use it. You know, it's like
Apparently, it's also a tough advantage to read because they handed her a whole dissertation, dude. It was people were talking about it. Like if she opens this scroll and it is like paragraphs of information, and the camera just clips away. It was so much.
Not to get too into the weeds of it, but she is in a pretty close alliance with Rizgod. Do you think that she would sacrifice that relationship by stealing his idol?
If she was,
I think
if
it'd
she
have
knew
to be
she was going home.
That's fair.
Closer to the end, ideally.
Does anybody else have a full-blown idol?
MC has the Beware advantage.
Right, but no one has an idol.
I don't think so.
Doesn't at least one other person have to? Because there's 3 starting tribes. MC has the Beware, Riz got his. So who was that third one?
Man, there's so many advantages.
No. Alex played it.
That's right. Alex played it. That's right.
Yes.
Okay, great. We're caught up. So yes, the only real idol out there as of now is with Rizgod.
Yes.
Baby.
Okay.
And
I'm
potentially,
sorry. R-I-Z-G-O-D-B, Rizgod baby.
I'm just going to go ahead and call it Baldy's future idol.
Ooh.
I like that.
Yeah, because she's the one that I want to win. Sorry, Rizgod. So it's everybody's favorite part of the episode.
Again?
Yep.
All right, guys.
Again?
Don't mind if I do.
Guys, it's the
immunity time?
It's the immunity challenge. Guys, you got to go up and over a hinged cargo net. Then you have to move a pile of heavy sandbags. One player has to climb up the sandbags to collect a bag. The bag is full of sticks and string. You then have to use the sticks and string to build a pole long enough to retrieve a key. That key releases a ball. The 2 remaining tribe members will work together to put that ball through a maze. Right off the bat, that cargo net was taking motherfuckers out.
Do you think Jawan saw the bag of sticks and was like, I know about this game, He
was like, I want to put these in Savannah's bag.
Yeah, he was like, I think this is the wrong bag for this.
Well, yeah, we've seen the net on the hinge a lot. This was the first time where it looked like everyone was going to get hurt. It was wild.
Yeah. It really felt like maybe the net was heavier or bigger or something like that, because when it made impact with the ground, I was like, they are all going to break their legs right now.
The next stage, when they have to climb up the sandbags, MC's height helps them a ton, which puts MC and her team in the lead. At this point, during the Survivor at the Survivor Cafe, the woman beside us goes, "How tall is she?" And Elizabeth just goes, 5'9". And we were all like, "Oh, okay, cool." And then Elizabeth looked at us and said, "I don't know."
No, she's way taller than 5'9".
It was a great bit.
Yeah,
it was a great bit.
I would say she's a solid 6'1".
Yeah.
6'2",
see,
maybe.
my wife is 5'10", and so I feel like when I look at MC, she definitely has more height than Kristen does. So I feel like she's probably over 6 feet. Like it would
MC, get over here. Sit next to my wife.
Yeah. Hey. Who's taller? Well, no, I mean, it's just I've thought about this being like, MC's really tall. And
how tall are you, Jonathan?
I am 6'3",
okay.
6'4".
So maybe let's compare her to you.
Say what?
Let's compare her to you.
Yeah, you want me to stand?
Yeah. Do you think MC is closer to your height or your wife's height?
She's closer to my wife's height. I would say that MC is probably 6 foot on the dot, if not like 6'1".
My guess was 5'11".
5'11", really?
Yeah, that was my guess.
Little known fact about Jonathan: he doesn't actually know like heights. He measures people by if they are bigger or smaller than Kristen.
Yeah. I'm like, is this a big boy or small girl? That's what I keep saying. I had to give you one, PD. Had to throw it out there.
Okay. Back to the challenge. So MC puts them in the lead. Everyone else is struggling. Baldy builds a perfect pole and retrieves the key. I feel like she's really become the standout of this season. I think she's the big fan favorite. Everyone at the Survivor Bar cheered at this moment.
Did you see how happy she was?
She
gave a little hop afterwards because she was so excited. It was a very, very wholesome moment.
It was awesome.
And when that happened, I screamed from the bar. I screamed, "That's my other girl."
Steven quickly gets the key, but Christina on the third really struggles, right? Her stick is limp, brother. It's more like a rope than a pole at this point.
Yeah, not much hip in the hop.
But luckily for Christina, the ball maze proves to be difficult. Christina's still back there working on the pole as the other two tribes get close to finishing the maze, but they actually are able to catch up because Jawan is just going sicko mode, yanking on his side of the ball maze.
Yeah, that was really frustrating to watch. I looked right at Kristen as it's happening. I said, "What is he even thinking right now?" I was so upset because it was like the most out of control thing I've seen with the ball maze. Like he's just standing there with a rope, and then he would just pull it like he's cranking a weed eater or something. It was like just the most aggressive string pull I've ever seen, and it was so aggressive and so messed up that somehow Christina was able to catch up with her team. Like, watching Christina, I also felt really terrible because it's like I could feel the panic getting worse, which then made all of her decision making worse with like how to tie the sticks and like going about it. And I truly thought if that team loses, like they're sending her home, no questions. Like
100%. I will say Nate and the rest of her tribe were really good about like trying to calm her down and be supportive, and
because they wanted to win.
That's a tough, it's a tough situation to be in. Rizzo and Savannah win the challenge for their tribe.
Easy.
They've shown how well they work together over and over again this season. It's a dream team.
You guys think something going on between the two of them?
No, because Riz God has his girlfriend on TikTok, Liz God.
That's right.
That's pretty cool.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. I
You guys haven't seen that?
asked and answered.
You guys haven't
Liz
seen
and
that?
Riz.
No, I'm not familiar.
Oh. Well,
is it Liz
there's a
from
TikTok
47?
of no, not that Liz, different Liz, a more age appropriate Liz. On,
thank goodness.
On the Liz God TikTok. I think her account name is Liz God.
That really worked out well for them.
Yeah.
Something shady's going on there. I want to see that birth certificate.
Yeah.
But there's a video on Liz God's TikTok of her grabbing Riz God's butt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Shut up.
Yeah, I've watched it a lot.
He met Liz and was like, "Wait a second, this is too good." He doesn't even actually like her. Not into her at all.
Yeah, he just
for
likes her
branding.
nickname.
Yeah.
Wow.
But because Jawan is yanking on that thing, the Red Tribe manages to get second place.
Wait,
what?
You have to say it like that.
You have to also clarify what the man is yanking. Yeah,
he's yanking.
Yeah.
He's yanking on that thing. The Red Tribe manages
Jawan
to
is
get
jorking
second
it.
place. Yeah, and by it, I mean the ball maze. Even though Christina had them in a terrible spot, they are second place. That means Blue is going to Tribal Council. And just as a refresher, because this is a new tribe, Blue is Steven, Shannon, Jawan, and Sage, which means that it is Jonathan versus Chase tonight. PD and Bran have no way of losing someone.
Just another week for your pal Bran.
Bran, it is infuriating that you have not lost anybody, and I really did think, am I about to lose another simply because the dice has chosen it for me? And and we'll get to that, but I did think about the fact that it was finally a Chase and Jonathan smackdown. We've been too friendly all season, and we finally had to be pitted against each other.
And I wasn't even rooting against you because I didn't want to lose someone. I just thought it would have been so funny if you were down to one player already.
Comedically, it would have been great for the podcast numbers. For me personally, I would have cried to sleep,
Yeah.
Yeah, but now you both have two players, and you're battling it out for who has to watch The Road on CBS, starring Keith Urban and Blake Shelton.
I was going to watch it anyway. I'm not missing out on the hottest new stuff.
Okay, so Bran, I need you to hit the song again.
You're talking about this one right here?
Fair weather.
Shannon wants to move forward with Steven and vote out Jawan because she trusts Steven. And Steven says, we've got the numbers to win this game. And Steven says, we don't have a choice. We might have to go with
the numbers to win the game. Shut up.
But Steven says that he might have to align with Shannon, but Sage doesn't feel the same way. Sage wants Shannon the shark gone, even though it's risky. Sage decided to tell Jawan that Shannon wants Jawan out. And Jawan was like, how could she? We've had hugs. And Jawan, at this point, he's still scared to turn on Uli because of the Great War and all, but he just might do it. So now let's go to Tribal, where turns out the 7th person eliminated is...
Yeah.
You could have said farewell. You could have done an original one just for the
farewell.
I was really nervous going into this Tribal because before I saw like a lot of what led up to it, I was a little nervous that Sage was going to go too hard at Shannon and that people were going to be like, off put by this. But then I got nervous about Jawan because Jawan was being really kind of dumb with his theory going into this at first. Like, I'm not gonna go with the person who wrote my name down. It was super weird, but thankfully, the dice fell where the dice fell.
Yeah, I mean, I was pretty upset about it because I was riding hard for Shannon the whole episode, the whole time I was in the bar, telling everybody within earshot about how great Shannon is. And what she did for me. So for us to go to the Survivor bar to see her elimination episode when she was the one who got us in the bar is insane.
That is funny.
Kudos to her because she could have been like, I don't want anybody to see this.
Yeah, we're shut down today.
Well, she wasn't there.
Yeah, she wasn't.
I do want to bring up something that's kind of funny, which is the last week that they're doing the Survivor Cafe, the Survivor bar, is next week. Which kind of implies that they only wanted to do it for as long as Shannon was in the show.
Yeah. Why?
I mean, her parents, the immediate families do sign an NDA, so they're allowed to know.
Yeah.
Real quick, just production note. You can cut this, PD. I just texted you the video of us reacting to the elimination. Fast forward to when it happens, and you can hear everyone cheer as she puts it up.
All right.
Well, while you're pulling that up, I want to use this moment to acknowledge that Sage is awesome.
Yeah,
I think Sage, we didn't help this, but got a bad rap early on after talking about poop, talking about whiteheads in jars, etc. And rightfully so. But I think it's important to remember that just because you put your whiteheads in a jar doesn't mean that you're not a three-dimensional person.
Yeah.
And to see Sage absolutely crush it this episode from start to finish, from strategy to be like, not just like, I just want this person gone, I'm going to do what it takes. The way that she thought about it, the way that she saw this as the opportunity to strike, to make the move, the way that she played Shannon, the way that holding hands, walking down the beach.
She lied to Jeff's face when he asked her about how she felt about having the meditative guru stuff going on. He
but most
Tribal to bash her and be like, she just was like, I wanted a guru.
Yeah. Obviously, facial reactions, incredible. But the thing that I am most impressed by with Sage is she did all of this. And then when the opportunity came for her to act like nothing happens, it doesn't matter. When Shannon goes to give her a hug, she says, I can't do that right now. Hopefully in the future I can, but right now I can't.
I want to do it when I'm when I have a good heart about it, or something like that.
Incredible. Like,
it was really
like,
funny, man.
incredible. And
Yeah.
like, I don't know how that plays in the game of Survivor, but in the game of life, pretty dope. Pretty dope to be like, I'm not going to BS you. I'm not going to make it seem like everything's okay when it's not. I feel like you wronged me. I'm not willing to give you a hug right now. We can work through it later. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
And like, she could have been like, I don't know how this is going to, I don't know how people are going to view this. I like worried about it. And she was like, you know what? Forget that. I can't hug you right now. I thought it was pretty dope.
It was, and I felt like it probably really surprised Shannon, because Shannon, I think she fully thought that Sage and her were like buddies, and I don't know. It just she didn't seem as surprised though as I thought she would when Sage said she wasn't going to hug her, but I don't know. It just kind of. I've
never had someone turn down a hug.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think most people have.
And you ask a lot of people to hug you.
I actually don't. I'm not a big fan. But maybe I should. Maybe I should turn down hugs. I think what I appreciate about it is also knowing, like, her backstory about friendships.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it all plays into it. And it was like this weirdly, like, it was like just a human moment of like, hey, I have felt hurt in the past. And I don't want to, like, it's almost like I don't want to do to you what others have done to me, which is act like nothing's wrong and then cut you off completely. Like, just like this acknowledgement that there's something off about this relationship. Obviously, we can't squash it right here, but I don't want you leaving here thinking that everything's okay.
This would have been a good discussion for, a live show
Bible
at
study?
the end of the season. Yeah, for a Bible study too. We'll see what happens. But I was thinking more of a cult study for the Steelers in the Patreon. But I don't know. I feel like Shannon probably was pretty surprised by that, but she also took it pretty well. But it did feel a little bit like a "Can I have your jacket?" moment too. So.
Yeah.
One thing I forgot about that I'm reminded of by watching this video is that when she got voted out, I punched the bar. I was like,
all right, can we hear this audio? I want to hear the crowd cheer.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Oh, that's a big cheer. That was a lot of cheering. I thought it was going to be like more subdued than that.
It was everybody cheering and me defending Shannon to the bar.
I mean, that sounds like the clip from that meme where the thing happens on the big screen at the bar and everyone goes nuts.
Dude,
That's
insane.
that.
I wasn't expecting that much cheering.
We're gonna post the full video over on Instagram, so if you guys want to see it.
I DM'd Shannon last night and tagged her in my story, and I said, every time your name was read, I booed. I just want you to know that.
Did she respond?
She hearted it.
Oh, okay. Nice. She said, I would respond, but I don't want to respond without, feeling good about it.
I'll say
likes my story.
This is a good lesson to learn for everybody at home that is considering using the phrase lucky girl energy.
Syndrome.
Lucky girl syndrome. People don't
LGS.
like that. People don't like it when you say it out loud.
Jeff just appears and it's like, did someone say syndrome? And they're like, well, no, it was.
I lost a player. I lost Shannon. But I didn't even care because I was genuinely shocked that everyone was cheering at her family's bar. Yeah. I out loud went, guys, this is her daddy's place.
Yeah. In that video, I yelled at one point, guys, she owns the bar.
Dang, man.
I was
that's
shocked.
Insane. I mean, I guess people maybe didn't think about the fact that that's her family, or maybe they didn't. They just did not care.
They don't care. She was definitely the villain of the season. I'm excited to see who becomes kind of the villain going forward.
Which she was, to be fair, a nice villain, but like a kind of different one than we've seen,
Yeah, 100%.
I think the show is worse off now that she's gone, because
Yeah.
she's been so much fun to talk about the past couple weeks.
I'm gonna miss the Sage dynamic too. Imagine them in the merge, the battle we would have gotten.
It would have been amazing.
We would have gotten another Yogi session.
Yeah.
Gone
And
too
she didn't
soon.
make jury.
Fairweather.
She's not on the jury, so my song is dead.
Dang.
I mean, to be fair, Sage may call her a fair weather friend by the end.
Oh.
That's good.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, are we done with the coconut?
We're doing it.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Just a reminder, if you want to participate in the Patreon draft where you can lock in with one of our teams, you probably won't lock in with Jonathan or me at this point, but this is the last week to do that. You can join over at the Patreon.
Yeah.
And of course, you also get to, we talk live in the chat during the episodes, and then we also go live after Tribal, and we call it Fresh from Tribal. It's a ton of fun. Thank you guys so much for listening. Leave a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts.
Yeah, wherever you get them.
Should we end with the song?
Fair weather.
Yeah, let's do it.
Sure.
Now you guys can listen to ads for the next 20 minutes. I don't know.